What if the customer reach out to your store and finds the item out of stock? LS Central Customer Order enables the customer to shop from any store even though the stock is not available at that particular point of time. Customer can pick up their stock from any of the store or from the warehouse or get it delivered. Even if the stock is not available in any of the location, it can be sourced from the vendor and get it delivered.
The customer can shop in different channels, like he may reach to brick and mortar store. He may also have product selection or shopping from loyalty app. He also can shop from e-commerce portal. If we reach out at store, the options of shipping the goods from warehouse or from the store to the customer address, or customer can select it from a different store wherever the stock is available, or he can collect it from the warehouse also. In case he shop from the loyalty app, then there's an option of the goods got shipped to the customer address, or he can collect it from the store from his choice wherever the stock is available. In e-commerce portal, also the same way, it can be shipped from his to his address, or he can select the nearest store where the stock is available. These are the main options which is available, or the scenarios in the customer order. We will discuss one by one with the example from the product.
In order to enable the customer order functionality, we need to have some setups to be done in the system. Customer order sourcing location need to be set up in the stores. Customer order setup, where you need to enable the number series of the customer order. You need to enable the click and collect functionality. You need to enable the prepayment selection options. You also need to provide the informations, like while you are capturing the customer information, which all mandatory fields need to be selected by the cashier or given by the customer. All these setups you need to enable. We will see these setups one by one.
We will discuss about the setup of customer orders. There are few important setups which are made for the customer order to run it in LS Retail. We will see about the source location setups. Source location setups, from where the item should be shipped from based on the priority. We will go to the list of stores where we will select one of the store which I took for today's example. The store number S004 Red North Fashion Store. If I go to the navigate and customer order sourcing location, here I can select the sourcing location for my store S004. So based on the priority, it will be configured. The least number of priority, we have the high priority. Lead time calculation is the time which is required to fulfill or get the item transferred from the source location. So there is an option which is ticked for will ship orders. So this location can ship the orders, or this location also enabled to collect. So both options are enabled for this sourcing of this location. There are few other configuration or setup which exist in the same store setup. You need to select the customer order fast tab, where click and collect functionality which is enabled. Click and collect functionality I will explain you one of the example. Use shelf position, Where the stock is picked at the store location, it will be stored at the collecting location. So if we enable it, one can update a collection shelf position or a collection shelf number from where the customer can collect it during the collection store. Prepayment info. This has an option of always pay. Whenever there is a collection or a booking happens from the customer or a customer order booking, if the option selected always pay, that means customer has to pay advance payment or a prepayment for this order, or it have other options like always ask whether he have a choice of payment or not pay or never pay. That means customer may not require to pay the prepayment for his customer order. There are a few other setups like mapping income expense account for the customer order transaction. If whenever there is a transfer between the stores for the stock, what is the in transit code used? These are the setups which is required. There are a few more setup which is required whenever you are doing or implementing a customer order, which is called customer order required fields. You are capturing customer information during the customer order booking or registration. So which are fields which are mandatory when you are capturing a customer order are defined over here. So here I can see some, two fields which is collection mandatory or a shipping mandatory. Address, when a shipping information is fed, the address is mandatory, city is mandatory, and the postcode is set as mandatory. During collection, or both the options are and the shipment mandatory, both the options are enabled because name is mandatory fields, name of the customer is mandatory. Point of sale to take this particular example. I will take example of casual dress, a bag, and the hat. Out of these items, I don't have the stock for bag, so I will mark this item as customer order and I will proceed. I click on total. So in this example, as I explained, I will ship that particular item from the warehouse. So system has popped up for me. These are the options, like it can be also collected here at the because inventory is available for this item. Let us take an example like it will assume that there is no stock for this particular item in the store and we will ship this to the customer address. I just select the option ship items and click OK. The customer information, the order creation form have been popped up for me. I can either select a default e-commerce customer or this is a default customer if I'm not input a customer information, or the customer is already registered with us as a member. We can also select as a customer, like I will search for a customer named Tom. So the customer is Paul Thompson. So I'll click on OK. Click OK. I see the customer information is updated because he's already registered with us. So the mandatory information is already available. I'll just simply click on confirm order. The system prompts me that the full payment has to be made as per our setup we made. I click on yes. I just enter the shipping cost, which is $10. I click on OK. So you can see the customer has been updated on the sale and shipping charges updated. The total amount the customer has to pay, which is balance 207.5. So I just click on cash and complete the order. The order is completed and the receipt is printed with the customer order number. This is how the receipt looks like against customer order. We have the normal customer receipt which is printed, and then customer order receipt will have the customer order ID, order transaction date, and the customer name, type of shipment which is to be shipped, prepaid cost at shipment cost which is mentioned, what is item, other information. Since the order is created from the point of sale, the customer order is reached to the warehouse to be dispatched. The customer order has created in the back office, and you can see the customer order from the Dynamics Nav application. I will open the customer order list. You can see the customer order which is created with the order number. Order status is still open. This order has to be dispatched from the warehouse and where it is created on store 1. Which item has to be dispatched from the warehouse and what is the payment details. You can also see from the fact box. Now this order will be picked from the warehouse. At the same time, this has to be created as a sales order. Whichever the order which is to be shipped from the warehouse will be created as a sales order. There will be a job, a scheduler job which is scheduled in the background and which will convert the customer order to the sales order. I'll just run this job manually and I'll go to the sales order list. Now you can see the sales order as created with the items has to be shipped. This order will be processed or dispatched from the warehouse like any other order in the Microsoft Dynamics Dynamic. I'll just release this order, and when the customer arrives, I'll just ship this particular order. You can print the dispatch or shipment note from here. In this example, customer reach out to the Red North store and start shopping. As an example, I just select the item. I'll select this particular variant. Since the stock is not available in this store for this particular item, I will mark this item as a customer order and proceed. So customer can collect this particular item from Salora Cosmetics, and I will click on OK. And the customer is already registered. I'll select the customer from the list, search for Tom. I find Stephen Thompson is a customer. I'll confirm the customer and proceed. The customer information has been updated on the order. I'll just confirm the order. Now we can see the customer can proceed with the payment. He will pay against this particular order. The order slip has printed with the order ID, order number 24. Now the customer walks out from the store. We will see the picking process in Salora store. I logged in as a cashier in Salora Cosmetic store, where I can see the notification of the incoming order which is to be picked. I can see my order. As a cashier, I'll select this particular order to be picked and process this message. And I will mark this item to be picked and confirm.
So I will put the instruction of picking. So as soon as I confirm this picking order, the customer will get the notification on his mobile. I will exit the screen. Now when the customer reach out to the store with his order ID, as a cashier I can open the customer order and I select this particular order, which is from Stephen Thompson, which is ready to be collected. I will just click on collect, confirm. Since the customer is already paid, I'll just process this order with zero cash. Complete the order. Now the order is picked from the customer. I will create a transaction by selecting two items. The second item has no stock in the store, hence I will mark this as customer order. In this example, this stock will be collected at store. However, the stock is transferred from the warehouse to the store. I click OK. The customer is already existing, so I will select the customer, Vivian Hamilton, confirm. The customer details updated to the customer order, confirm the order. Do you want to pay for the order items now? Yes. So I will complete this order by paying the amount. And there is a customer order number which is generated, order number 30. The order is created in the back office. I will search for customer orders. The order number 30 for the customer Vivian. This order is at warehouse location. It has to be transferred to the store location. System has already created the transfer order from warehouse to the store. I will search for transfer order and go to the list of transfer order. You can see transfer order number HO1039, which is created from the warehouse to store for the selected item. As a shipping process which is done at the warehouse location, I will ship this particular order from the warehouse. The transfer order has shipped. You can also view the shipment of this particular transfer order. For this example, I'll create a new transaction. I will select an item, LS Touch 3 tablet. Since this item do not have stock in any of the store and warehouse, I will mark this item as customer order. I proceed to total. I select an option, order from vendor available in current store in 1 day. And this is convenient for the customer because this particular item is available in 1 day to the customer. So I will select OK. I select the customer. The customer is already registered. I'll search for the customer name. I found a customer, Vivian Hamilton. I'll click OK. Confirm the customer. The customer details updated on the customer order. Confirm the order. So the system prompted me 140 has to be prepaid upfront. Do you want to continue? This is a minimum amount has to be paid, but the customer willing to pay all the amount as a prepayment. I can see the customer order number 34 is created in the customer order list. The customer order has created in the back office. Let us see the customer order. Order number 34. just create it with the same item number. At the same time, you also can see one purchase order is also created. This is a purchase order. If we go to the purchase order list, a purchase order document has created like any other purchase order document to the requested location S007. I will close this. Now when the vendor delivers the order to the store can receive the purchase order. I'll click on the customer order and I just click on the vendor orders list where I can see my orders which are waiting to receive. I can simply select the order and click on receive. Just click mark item and receive. Once you receive the order status will be updated. The order status will be updated to ready to collect. You can view this particular order. At the same time, customer will also get notified for the collection. Once the customer reaches to the store, against his order ID, you can either scan the order ID or search through the order IDs and then you click on collect. Once you collect the order, the same item will be reflected on your point of sale. Since all the payments are made by the customer completely, the balance will be zero. You can simply click on cash and complete the transaction with zero amount. Customer has successfully collected this particular item from the store.
Customer can also place an order online through LS Retail Loyalty app. They can browse through the items and add the item to the basket. They even can check the online stock availability of the item through the app. Finally, they can click on the shipping method, even click and collect or delivery. So in this example, I'll click on click and collect and I will place an order online and choose the payment method and complete the order. So order has placed successfully and it will be notified to the selected store. Store will be notified for the orders which is placed online through the loyalty app. Store can view this particular app from the retail messages list. So a notification has displayed at the point of sale. So one can go and click and view the order. This order is ready for picking. Store will process this particular order and complete the picking process. Once the picking process is completed, the customer will be notified with some message and the collection receipt is also printed once the picking process is completed. Now we will see the collection process, how the customer will reach the store and collect the order which is already picked by the store. I will complete this particular order by clicking at to collect list and complete this. I'll select the order and click on collect and click on collect. Since the customer is already paid, this transaction will be completed with zero cash. Now the customer have successfully collected this order and the receipt is printed with zero amount. And what was the prepayment amount which you already paid? Placing order from the e-commerce portal. In this example, we will see how the order will be placed from the e-commerce portal and it will be collected from the store. While placing the order, we will select the shipment method as click and collect. Let's see how it works. I will select an item from e-commerce portal. I'll select this particular item and add this item to cart. The cart is updated with the selection. I will proceed with the checkout process. During a checkout, I can see two shipment methods. One is delivery and the one is click and collect. I will select click and collect option. I will select a convenient store which is near to me, my residential address. I'll also check the stock availability, this particular item having a stock. As I selected the store, Kronos Market South, and I will also select the payment method as pay at store, and I had confirmed the shipping method and placed the order. My order is processed and the order ID which is generated, and this order is also reached to the store and will be notified for them to pick up. When the order gets processed from the e-commerce portal, store will be notified for further picking of this particular order. The store will view this order from the retail message list. The order number 67 is reflected, will be processed for picking. Just click on this process message. I'll just mark this particular item and click on confirm picking. Put some notification message to the customer, collect at 4 p.m. and complete the picking process. The collection receipt is printed for the back store. Now when the customer reaches store for the collection, store can view this collection list from the customer orders. Just click on the customer order button. I can see the order ID which is 67 ready for collect. Just click on to collect list and complete the collection. Now since the payment is not done in the e-commerce portal, customer will do the payment on the point of sale by selecting the appropriate payment method. The order is completed and the receipt is printed with the item information and payment collection information.
Hope you all like this video about customer orders, which help retail business to retain their customers and make them easy and comfortable shopping experiences. Feel free to send us your queries to Novasoft corporate email address and telephone number. We'll see you soon in next video with a new topic.